So before we get into the video, I wanted to preface that I'm a super newbie at this since this is my first video. I just wanted to try something new and I thought YouTube would be fun. So if you want to come along for the ride, I would super appreciate that. Thanks! Now then, I wanted to continue my somewhat art series of drawing popular Nintendo/video game characters. I've done a couple so far, mainly inspired by Paper Mario, the odd Kirby, and Rosalina as well. I can pop in a few examples of what I've done recently here. Anyway, the whole idea isn't that original, but it definitely is fun to interpret a generally simplistic design into a complex one. It helps me stretch my creative muscles, and it's much more fun in my opinion to build upon a design than to copy one exactly for an art piece. This way I can say that most of the piece is original. So this time around, I wanted to tackle Bob-Omb, Bobbery, whatever his name is, from Paper Mario Origami King. As you can see, I've already started sketching. I've got my tiny references of Bob-Ombs and I'm roughing out a general base sketch. Usually I tend to do a really thick line sketch for the first go, since that way I can focus on the overall look and gesture of the drawing. You know, Art 101. After this, I like to go over with a thinner line brush, which is what I'm doing right now, and refine some more details. Sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I do like 3 refined sketches, but usually it's just 2 layers. So I wanted my rendition of Bob-Omb to look kinda edgy, free-spirited and young, but comfy and lazy too. I hope that translates in my design, I don't know if it does. Also, you'll notice that I tried to draw his fuseless nub on his head in the earlier sketch, but it looked really unnatural. Like, if it had the fuse it would look kind of okay, but since it's like a defining trait of his, I opted as making it a graphic tag on a beanie instead. You'll see that later, but I think it works a lot better. Okay, so after the sketch is completed, here I am doing a rough color study. I do that just to help myself get an idea for what colors I want in the piece. So later on I'm not going back and forth changing the color of, say, the jacket to black, white, green, blue, you know what I mean. It's kind of a precautionary step so I know what I'm doing when I start the actual color. Then I go in and block in the flat color, which is pretty boring. Probably the most boring part of the drawing. So I'm gonna skip most of it, and then after that it's the fun part, but probably the most time consuming part, the actual coloring. Oh wait, back to the topic of Origami King. I hope you guys actually know what Origami King is and Paper Mario in general. Otherwise, why are you here? But if you didn't know, I'll just brief you quickly. Paper Mario is a Nintendo title, and they recently came out with a new game. I'm sure you guys know. So, regardless of what your opinion is on the new Paper Mario, one thing I can say for sure is that it definitely struck a nostalgic chord with me when I first saw it getting announced. I was super excited and oh my god, the visuals really got me hype. I can say for sure that it was a gorgeous looking game and I had a lot of high hopes for it. I guess that's why I'm doing this art piece and why I started making Paper Mario art in the first place. I think the new game really relit my passion for the old games. However, I'll say that I was kind of disappointed in the new game. I won't get too into that because it's not that important and I don't want to start a war. This is not a video game review. This is an art video. I did really like Bob-Omb's story though, although it was kind of gruesome for Nintendo standards, and I can't be the only one who thought that, right? Spoiler alert, but Nintendo really did just show us a Bomb-Omb exploding and dying, like actually dying for the sake of rescuing someone. I mean, heroic, yeah, but it's kind of messed up. I mean, in the game too, Bob-Omb literally references how their lives are short because they're bombs. I mean, that's pretty sad, especially after in the previous titles all bomb partners don't die when they explode, so I found that a little weird. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. I want to know if anyone actually really loved the new game. Maybe the fact that I love the old games set me up for failure in terms of liking the new one. Let me know. Back to the actual art. Hopefully you're still here. I don't know if in post my avatar will be blocking my layers, but I normally separate significant areas of the drawing and use clipping masks to keep myself organized. But as most people, I do not name most of my clipping layers. Do not at me. Also, finer details like the face I usually do on a non-clipping mask, so I can freely adjust anything that looks weird or needs tweaking. So this is the part of the video where you'd expect me to talk about my coloring process, but honestly, I probably couldn't tell you step by step. I generally like to get some key tints and shades, mix those colors and get transition shades, and work with adding more depth with deeper values. Not very helpful, I know. Maybe I'll try to think of a better way to explain it next time around. Let me know if you'd like that. Okay, we're almost halfway through, so I'm just gonna let the music play for a little bit, and I'll catch up with you when the drawing's almost done. So we are just about doing the finishing details now. I was kind of feeling like something was missing though, even though it was relatively complete. I wanted to add a little bit more flair in the background, so I added some graphical details, and then I also added a bit more yellow backlighting to make him pop. I think those were really the cherry on top and finished the piece well. So here's the finished result. Yay! I hope you liked how it turned out. I sure did. Rest in peace, Bob-Omb. We will remember you. And thank you for watching this far into the video. Consider subscribing if you'd like to see more art content like this. I'd be super grateful if you did. Also, I'm too lazy to edit an outro, but it might be there. Bye! Depends on how I'm feeling.